Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. The give to the tailback. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking down the middle. The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bama! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the returner will be brought down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do. Because of that singular instance, I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
First down for this offense. Fires into traffic, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set, first down. Looking for room, it's Haynes. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. He'll keep it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Jumped on top of the pile. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Gators sending the offense back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Trying to get to it. Takes a hit as he fires. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch. It's Bernard. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a 1st down. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts.
Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And another interception for the Crimson Tide. And Bama has a few ball hawks in this secondary. You might be putting old Hootie Ingram in the sights for his single-season interception record with 10.
Yeah, and it's hard to find DBs that are going to catch the ball consistently. When you get one, it's a nice day. But when you get two, it's a great day. You got a guy ball hawking the football, finding it, creating big plays for this defense.
Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They've been running it, but now the pass. He looks that one in nicely. Stumbled to the ground.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Still running at the 40. He's off to the races. The 20. Touchdown, Florida. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Direct snap. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, to give, looking for room. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. If you like old-fashioned, grinded-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
They feed him again. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Lagway. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Here comes that Alabama offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
All right,
fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gators. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. 1st down here for the offense. Miller with the ball. Puts him in the spin cycle. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Leaves it with the running back. Looks like Alabama will pick up the 1st down.
Really nice run there. No, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
You just want to find a way to affect the QB, and the defense does a great job getting to the quarterback, hitting him as he throws the football. Not only does it make that throw bad, in the future now, the quarterback's taking a few hits and makes him a little bit more unsure of himself.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Alabama quickly back to the line. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Quarterback checking off. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Motion from the offense. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line, a mere 3 feet from a pick six.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long, whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages. He just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The give to the fullback. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Charlotte. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism. These mistakes and move on.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Fast motion from the offense. To the air, it's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Fires to the big fella. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
It's a really nice looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers, and then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the...
Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Power football with the run. And the ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Discards a man.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
The Tide will get the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And the defense was ready when the wide receiver got the ball.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with the speed.
The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Tide.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to...
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You want to try the other side of the field.
Give to the running back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The offense will quickly use a timeout. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Simpson. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Looking for more room. And And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just... get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He'll pull it down. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Deep shot for the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he missed it. No good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The give to the single back. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to put toe to leathers. We are deadlocked here in the third. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes that Alabama offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw. It's Braxton. Connection to the right. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Trying to get the corner. Smashes ahead. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They'll go to the toss. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Haynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Gators will punt it away on fourth down. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the returner goes down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown there.
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They try to pop a run on the draw. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown! And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
2nd down coming up. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Wiggles free. Looking downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. The Gators are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now 2nd and 10. The corners are walked up tight. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
The give is to Miller. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Showing off the arms. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Alabama 35, Florida 21.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback keeper. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Back to throw, it's Braxton. Right down the middle. Makes the grab.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Running back searching for a hole. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. Running toward the tape. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Motion, trying to get the defense to show his hand. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated.